of which are some of the people in this room. The Monotony Bird Club is really a club that just sort of happened. It is an offshoot of technology that wasn't available to a lot of bird clubs, and although electronic communications are kind of criticized a lot of times for tearing people apart, for making them not communicate directly with each other, this is a case of really the electronic communications bringing people together. In 1998, I started an email listserv called Arlington Birds, which was a way to exchange information on sightings in and around Arlington. But at that point, I'd never seen a bald eagle in the area. In fact, I'd never even seen one in the county. So in 1999, when my aunt called me, my aunt was not a birder, I would underscore, who had seen a bald eagle in front of her house, less than a mile from my house, I was ticked. So I rushed over to her house. Of course, the bird was no longer there. But I spent the next 2 weeks staring at all the trees, looking at every snowy lump in the pine tree, looking for a whitehead. And there was finally that day, 2 weeks later, that I saw this whitehead. And I rushed home, not having a smartphone in those days, and posted on the Arlington Birds listserv that I'd seen a bald eagle. And that was really kind of the start of the eagle fixation. Although it really wasn't until 2002 until the birds started being really very, very regular. And people would gather at the dam, and they would start introducing themselves to each other and exchanging information on other sightings. There was one year that Paul and I were just talking about that there were actually 3 merlins there. That just still blows my mind, because the merlins are not exactly sociable with each other, to say the least. There was, okay, so people were introducing themselves to each other, and a community really was starting to begin. In 2003, one of the Monotony Club Bird Club members, named Oak Plimpton, I'm really sorry he's not here because he's a wonderful guy, a real character, decided that it would be really fun to have a get-together for the people who had got to know each other at the dam and people who were exchanging emails on this listserv. So he set up a venue at the Fox Library. He lined down a speaker and advertised, come and check it out. I kind of was skeptical about the whole thing. I wasn't convinced that people who just knew each other online would really be that interested, but they were. 40 plus people showed up, and it really had to wrangle them to get them into their seats for the actual speech. And the club really evolved out of that meeting. We really felt like it was a club. Seeing all those people get together, it just felt clubby. So we decided to start the Monotony Bird Club. And at that point, the country's only all-electronic bird club. We do all of our stuff by email and online. We don't have dues. If you belong to our listserv, you basically are automatically a member. We decided to call it the Monotony Bird Club because we didn't want to make it too focused on Arlington. Monotony is the Native American term for the area around Arlington. And we chose for the logo a very stylized eagle because that's where the club came from. So it really, I give the Eagles all the credit in the world for being the genesis of the Monotony Bird Club.